All right, so 1.5, rates and conversions. All of these words should at least be familiar to you. So we're going to actually add them with the official math definition in your vocab. So on your vocab page, we are going to add ratio. So right underneath formula, our first vocab is ratio. A ratio compares two numbers by division. Okay, a ratio can actually be written three ways. 3/5, like a fraction. 3 with the two little dots, the colon, 5. Or in words 3-2-5. So the example that I gave last period is, let's say that if I counted all the boys and all the girls in this class, and then I reduced that fraction, it came down to 3-5. So if I say there were three boys to every 5 girls, what does that mean? That means that if I were to group you all into equal groups, every group would have 3 girls and 3 boys and 5 girls, right? Yes. Okay? So we would say that the ratio of boys to girls is 3-5, and you can rewrite it in all 3 of those ways. Okay, so then what is a rate? A rate is a ratio, and we're going to do rate and unit rate. So because those two are connected, I put them in the same box. So a rate is a ratio that compares quantities measured in different units. And the example I gave is 20 miles for 2 hours. So let's say you're riding your bike, and it takes you get to 20 miles in 2 hours. So your rate would be 20 miles in 2 hours. The unit rate means that you reduce it all the way down so that the denominator is 1. So the unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1. So for the rate that I gave you in the example, the unit rate would be 10 miles in 1 hour. Examples. Okay, so our first example, we're going to look at rates and unit rates. We are shopping. Yay! Okay, we are shopping, and we are going to 3 different stores that are having 3 different sales on shirts. Let's assume that these shirts are all of equal, well, we are assuming that they all are of equal value and that they are all equally desirable. So it's not like some are ugly shirts and some are cute shirts. Okay, they're all cute shirts. All the same shirts. All the same shirts. Okay, store A is selling the shirts for 2 shirts for $25. Store B is selling the shirts for $45. You get 4 of them. And store C is selling the shirts $30 and you get 3 of them. Okay? So the question is, which store is selling the shirts the cheapest? Okay? I'm going to show you guys how to do this for store A, and then I'm going to have you do it and figure out which store is the best value. So let's do this. Store A. We are going to write the value of the shirt as a ratio. So store A, for $25, you get 2 shirts. So write it as a ratio, $25 for 2 shirts. You can use a calculator on these. It's okay. For today, if you have your phone, you can use your phone as a calculator. But I'm going to do this one. 25 divided by 2 gives me $12.50 for 1 shirt. Do the rest for store B and store C for me. What did you get as the best value? Store A, store B, or store C? Store C. Why? Okay, so store B was $45 for 4 shirts, which came out to a unit rate of $11.25 for 1 shirt. Store C was $30 for 3 shirts, which came out to $10 for 1 shirt. So what I want you to do is circle store C, label it best value. So store C is the best deal.
Of course, you would have those times for how much you got in the day, right?
So let's assume that all of these are the same shirt, but store C is selling it for cheaper. Let's make it a little more difficult. Now we are going to look at rates and converting units of measurement. So we need to add one other vocabulary word. So go back to your vocab. So the last vocab you are adding today is conversion factor. Conversion factor is a ratio of two equivalent measures in different units. And the thing I want you to note about conversion factor, one of the units is always equal to 1. So for example, a conversion factor from feet to inches would be 1 foot is 12 inches. So one of the units always needs to be equal to 1 in the conversion factor. So it's like how many feet are in 1 mile? How many liters are in 1 gallon? Okay? So here's what you guys are going to do. To try and save space, you are going to take this units of measurement chart. I'm going to give you a piece of tape, one piece of tape, and you are going to tape the top of the chart right underneath example 1, because then we're going to flip it up so we can continue the examples underneath. Okay? All right? Everybody got it? So while I am passing out the tape, you guys write down our first example.